Hello, and welcome to this guided activity where we're focusing on clarity around where we are and where we'd like to be. I trust that if you are here listening to this right now, it is because you care about making a positive impact in the world. You care about sharing your gifts and doing good. And I believe that it is important for all of us to be able to continue doing good and making a positive impact for as long as we desire. So I created this sustainability wheel assessment because it is important for us to have clarity around where we are in these different areas of our life so that we can also be more intentional about investing our time in the areas that we need them so that we can continue showing up as our best selves for ourselves, for our families, for our community, for the world, for the impact we are here to make. So this is an assessment where I will share with you 8 different areas, and then we'll check in and see how aligned and fulfilled are we in each of these areas so that we have clarity around, do we keep doing what we're doing, or do we need to make some changes in our life? So we'll start with a blank sheet of paper, or you can use the worksheet provided, and then make sure you have something to write with. Have it nearby, but for right now, take a deep breath. Do that again. Take your biggest, deepest breath of the day, breathing all the way in, all the way out. See if you can release any tension or tightness that you might be holding on to right now. Then one more time, big, deep breath. Hmm. All right. If you are using a blank sheet of paper, you're going to make a big circle, taking up as much of the paper as you can. This big circle is going to turn into a wheel or a big pie, and we're going to make 8 pieces of pie. So draw a line down the middle from top to bottom in your circle, and then again from side to side. So you have 4 pieces of the pie, and then do that again so that you have 8 pieces of your pie, creating this wheel. So once you have these 8 sections, I will share the different words that you're going to write into each of those pie pieces. Make sure you write small enough so that you have space in the pie, but big enough so that you can read it. All right, so it doesn't matter where you start. You're going to write the first one, which is clarity and confidence. So write down clarity and confidence into one of those pie pieces. Clarity and confidence is that first piece of the pie. And then next section, you're going to write presence and mindfulness. Presence and mindfulness. Presence and mindfulness. That third piece of the pie, stress management and emotional regulation. Stress management and emotional regulation. Stress management and emotional regulation. All right, that next one, sleep and energy. Sleep and energy. Sleep and energy. Next piece, movement and nourishment. Movement and nourishment. Movement and nourishment. The next piece, boundaries and work-life harmony. Boundaries and work-life harmony. Boundaries and work-life harmony. Next section, relationships and communication. Relationships and communication. Relationships and communication. Last piece of the pie, legacy and impact. Legacy and impact. So we have our 8 pieces: clarity and confidence, presence and mindfulness, stress management and emotional regulation. Sleep and energy, movement and nourishment, boundaries and work life harmony, relationships and communication, and legacy and impact. Take a deep breath. All right. Now we're going to go back through each of them, and I'll invite you to assess where you are on a scale of 1 to 10 in each of those areas. 10 is that you are most aligned and confident and fulfilled in this area, and there's nothing you need to change. There's nothing you need to be more intentional about. Things are already amazing here. Okay. And then 1 is that you don't feel aligned. You haven't been investing in this area. You don't feel satisfied or fulfilled in this area. So as we're going through the assessment, I have been doing this assessment for many, many years. I have never found someone who was at a 10. I myself am not at a 10 in all of these areas all the time. This is about clarity and awareness and honesty with ourselves. So actually take your time to assess each area without worrying about what the number is or if it's the right number or if you're good enough in each number. This is about clarity and honesty. So let's start with clarity and confidence on a scale of 1 to 10. And then when you pick your number, you can do it one of two ways. You can just write the number small in that piece of the pie. Or let's say you're at a 5, you would make a little line into that piece of pie to show that the pie is about halfway filled. So you could do it either way. Put the number or put the line across, and then you can lightly shade in that you're at a 5 in this area. Either way, depends on how creative you want to be with it. So, clarity and confidence. Think about what a 10 would look like in your life. What would it feel like in your life so that you were super clear on everything and anything, and that you felt confident in every single area of your life? What would that look like? What would that feel like as that 10? And then self-assessment, no judgment, no expectation. Where are you now? And then write it in or shade it in. Okay. Next one, presence, mindfulness. This is about how present we are in our own life. Do we feel connected and grounded? Mindfulness meaning that we're paying attention on purpose, without judgment, without expectation. Do we find ourselves easily distracted where we feel like we're not present in different areas of our life or doing different activities? Okay, so what does a 10 look like and feel like for you, where you were completely present, engaged in your own life in every single area? What does that 10 look like? And then where are you now? 1 to 10. Stress management and emotional regulation. This is not about how much stress you have, how many stressors you have in your life. This is about how you are managing your stress, the emotional regulation. Are you able to navigate challenges, discomfort? What would that look like for you? Where you had healthy tools to manage your stress? Where you felt emotionally regulated? What would that 10 look like? What would that feel like? And then where are you now? 1 to 10, no judgment. Where are you now? Next area, sleep and energy. What would a 10 look like and feel like for you when you had enough quality and quantity of sleep that you need so that you feel energized? Where you feel engaged throughout the day? What would that be like? And then where are you now, 1 to 10? Thinking about the quality and quantity of your sleep, how much energy you have throughout the day. Giving yourself that score 1 to 10. And then moving on to the next one, or movement and nourishment. When you think about the movement that helps you feel your best, what would a 10 be there? Do you feel your best when you're going out for long runs, when you're going hiking, when you're practicing yoga every day, when you're dancing around your kitchen? Think about what movement is best for you. What would a 10 be like for you for movement? And then nourishment. What kind of foods make you feel your best, that feel like they are nourishing you? What is that 10 like? And then where are you now? How aligned is your life now with what you believe to be best for you in these areas? Next section, boundaries and work life harmony. Boundaries and work life harmony. What is a 10 there for you? When you think about your life as a whole, you think about the things that are most important for you, that you're making time for, this harmony, that we have time for both. We have time for ourselves, we have time for our family, we have time to make a positive impact in the world. What is a 10 like for you here? Where there are kind and clear and consistent boundaries, where you truly feel that harmony with work and life. What does that 10 look like and feel like? And then where are you now? Next section, relationships and communication. We're thinking about different relationships, personal and professional relationships, quality and maybe the quantity of relationships that you have, the communication, being able to have healthy and effective communication. We think about what this 10 looks like and feels like, where we have loving, trusting, reciprocal relationships, where we feel respected. Again, this is personal and professional. We have relationships where we're able to speak up for ourselves, speak up for others, share our truth. What is a 10? And then where are you now? When you think about your current relationships, how you communicate in your current relationships, and then also how other people are communicating with you in your current relationships. And then our next area, legacy and impact. What is a 10 when we think about legacy? What does that mean for you? The impact that you believe you are here to make. What is a 10? And then where are you now? How confident and fulfilled and aligned do you feel in this area? So we should have numbers in each of these pieces of the pie, either just the written number or shaded, or you can do both. Having our numbers in each of these, and I'll invite you now to just take a moment and reflect on what this experience was like for you. What did you notice as you were thinking of things, writing your number down? And now we're going to take a few more moments here with this activity, either inside each pie piece or next to it. You can draw a line and put stuff down here. Go ahead and write down a couple of words, a couple of short notes for each of these areas about why you chose the number that you chose. So you can write down what feels supportive and aligned for you already. Maybe writing down notes of what feels challenging, what feels neglected, what feels out of sync in each area. You might even write down any changes in your life that have impacted this area. This is just an opportunity for us to be curious with ourselves. No judgments, no expectations. We have the numbers written down, and I'll just write a few words down. We'll take a little bit longer here, just jotting down some words. What feels aligned, what feels challenging, what made you score yourself the way you did. So, this is an activity that you can come back to when you need it. It's sometimes helpful to take a picture of what we've written or have this someplace where we can reflect back on these different areas of our life. My invitation for you right now is not to change anything, it's just to be more curious with yourself. As you think about these different areas, these areas that I came up with as I'm thinking about what I've found is important when we're thinking about sustainable impact. Why are these important for you? And as you are reviewing what you've written, what stands out to you? What feels important to acknowledge? Are there any patterns that you've noticed here? How do you feel when you review these areas? What are you noticing here? You are welcome to do any additional journaling with this activity, but for now, it's about awareness to help you be really clear around what that 10 looks like and feels like in these different areas. And then to be able to have that honest self reflection to check in and say, where am I now? This is not about changing anything right now. It's about bringing things to the surface to help us be more curious, more mindful, and then more intentional as we choose to move forward in our life. It's about being more mindful, more curious, more intentional in our lives. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for joining in this practice. Please go out there, continue making a positive impact in the world, taking care of others, and make sure you're taking care of yourself along the way. Bye.